Hey, what's up YouTube fam? We're back with another video, and today's topic is the 5 worst things about living in Henderson, Nevada. So before we hop into today's video, don't forget, as always, like, comment, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We always want to drop more knowledge about the city so that way you can better understand what part of the town you might want to live in, or if Las Vegas is a great place for you to call home. One of the worst things about living in Henderson is the heat. It is hot out here. It's about 11 a.m. We're shooting this video and it's about 115 degrees out. So if you don't like the heat, stay away from Henderson. According to bestplaces.net, the cost of living in Henderson, Nevada is actually 17% higher than the US average. And number 3 and 4 is entertainment and dining. If you like to be in the middle of everything and eat at those fancy restaurants on the Strip, Henderson is actually about a 20-minute drive away from the Las Vegas Strip. And the last worst reason to live in Henderson is the housing prices. Today we have a special guest, Carlos Rodriguez. He's actually a local real estate agent who specializes not only in Las Vegas, but in the Henderson market. Carlos, what is your take on the Henderson real estate market right now?
So what I've been seeing is that the median home prices in Henderson tend to be higher. For example, in Las Vegas, the median home price is $320. In Henderson is around $376. So cost of living tends to be a little bit higher in Henderson. Another thing that we see a lot is having older neighborhoods right next to brand new communities being built.
Yeah. When you say older homes, I mean, how old would you say are some of these properties?
Like 70s.
Wow.
Yeah. So you have a home that was built 1970 and a home that's built in 2020. So it also affects the sale price, because when you run comps in that area, you know, the houses around there that have been sold in the last 3 months, you know, if you don't have somebody that can really pull comps properly and focus on the year and all that, it can potentially affect your selling point, you know. Gotcha.
So that's why obviously working with an experienced realtor who knows how to do the comps, knows the market area, is super important, right? Exactly. Whether you're buying or selling. Yeah. Why do you think the market is a little more expensive in Henderson versus Las Vegas?
Why is it a little more expensive? You have McDonald Ranch, for example, in Henderson. You have Lake Las Vegas, which these are all high-end neighborhoods. So I think that's why it keeps the value high, even though you have these little niche neighborhoods that are still very affordable, yep, low income. But overall, the property values stay high because of these high-end neighborhoods.
Yeah, and I think another thing to add to not only the home prices in Henderson, there's also HOA fees, right? So right. I think for a lot of people that may not be familiar with HOA fees, they're your homeowners association fee. And that's an additional fee that you have to pay on top of your mortgage. Right. Can you talk a little bit more about HOA fees and kind of your experience and what you see here in Henderson?
Yeah, so HOA fees are gonna vary from neighborhood to neighborhood, especially the ones that are attached to a golf course. They're gonna be a lot higher, up to 3 times higher than a regular neighborhood.
How much would you say maybe an average HOA might be?
An average HOA, I would say like $45.
And what does that typically cover for the homeowner?
It typically covers the landscaping around the neighborhood, mainly when it's that low. When you go up to a higher HOA, they tend to regulate more inside the neighborhood, right?
So they might have, like, maybe it's guard gated or something, or an actual security guard that is on premises,
on property, right? As well,
yeah.
So you got to really pay attention to the regulations of the HOA, especially if you own boats and things like that. Some HOAs, you can't park it outside. Yeah. You know, so it's very important.
that's also definitely something to strongly consider, especially, yeah, like you said, a boat, an RV. So housing in general is a little more potentially difficult depending on the neighborhood you buy in Henderson, or even, you know, other locations, because you might have more regulations. You might have maybe a certain neighborhood might not be as great as you might think it is, right? Like you said, you just kind of have to drive the neighborhood, or get with a good realtor, right? That can actually understands the area and knows what to look for.
Exactly.
That wraps up the 5 worst things about living in Henderson. Give a special shout out to our guest, Carlos Rodriguez, today. Carlos, thanks for coming on, giving us your insight. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Leave some comments below. We'd love to answer those questions. Subscribe to our channel. And as always, we'll see you on the next one.